Idaho's legislature will reconvene for a special session tomorrow. The governor is bringing everyone back to Boise to deliberate over child support enforcement, and $46 million of federal funding is at stake. On Your Side sat down with local political expert Jasper LeCalzi to see what we can expect in this weekend's look inside the Statehouse.
Look who's back, Jasper LeCalzi from the College of Idaho. Just when you thought it was over, we pull you back in like Pacino.
Deja vu all over again.
Godfather, yeah. So Jasper, one day and one day only. Special session.
Hopefully. We expect it to be one day only. I don't think there's any reason that it's not. But
for the child support bill. First of all, explain about this bill, why they felt they had to come back.
Right. Well, see, this is a bill that it's based upon a treaty that the president signed, been approved by the Senate, ratified by the Senate, and all the states, because it's dealing with child protection and more with child support payments, that's run by the state. So each state has to conform to this treaty. Well, the problem during the session was they kind of let it go to the end. They didn't think there was going to be any issues. Some people brought up some issues with it. Idaho's losing its sovereignty and such like that, and then he never got it passed. Well, then the governor looked, well, can I do some executive action? Can't do that. Can we just let this wait till next year? No, the national government said, you either do it now or we won't give you money, and we won't let you have access to our database. So if you're trying to get a child support payment from someplace else, the state wouldn't be able to help you out. So this has to get done.
Not to sidetrack you, but why wouldn't they have said this back in February, knowing that they had this deadline?
Well, because no one thought it was going to be an issue. It passed unanimously in the Senate.
Okay.
And so they just thought, okay, the House, there's no, and some of these issues didn't come up until right at the end, and what are we going to do?
Right. So here we are, one day only, hopefully on Monday.
Yeah, and what we'll see is 9:30 in the morning, there's going to be a joint meeting of the judiciary committees of both the House and the Senate, and what they'll do is have public hearings, so everyone will be able to speak, and there'll be lots of people speaking about it. A lot of organizations support this. They're going to be out there. There's a few that don't support it, but for the most part, it's going to go through. Also, it's going to go through. The governor would not call this session, and again, everyone calls it special session. It's technically an extraordinary session because it's only done in extraordinary circumstances. But the governor, he does they only can deal with it.
We forgot something session.
We didn't finish we didn't finish everything,
yeah.
And that's one thing I also find interesting. There's starting to be some legislators who are starting to say, we're not going to take our reimbursements for expenses, because legislators going in there, you got to travel.
Sure.
It's going to cost stuff. Some of them, including my former student Luke Malik up in Coeur d'Alene, basically what he said is, hey, if you hired me for a job and I didn't get it right the first time and I have to come back and fix it, I'm not going to charge you extra. So I want to see, when we finally get through all this, how many of the legislators are going to take that kind of road and say, we're going to come back, but we're not going to take our costs. And I mean, he's coming from Coeur d'Alene. There's someone else from Eastern Idaho who's doing it. Some of them, that could be a little bit costly.
So at the end of the day on Monday, what happens?
They'll vote and it'll be done. I mean, I think there's a good chance it's over 2-3 o'clock.
Okay.
I think it depends on two things: on how much time they give for the public to speak. But I think most of the people are for it, so they don't want to speak too long. They don't want it to get done, but they want to put their 2 cents in. And how long the legislators in the House and in the Senate, when it actually comes up, how long they speak on it also. But it'll be done on Monday. There's no way they don't have the votes. The governor wouldn't have done this if he didn't have the votes. It's typically the way this works. Remember back when Governor Risch did it, when he changed he increased the sales tax and such with the property tax for the schools. You're in, you're out, you're home. Don't hardly notice it.
All right. Well, we promised Jasper that we will not bring them back tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yeah.
We're keeping our fingers crossed.
Yeah,
on Tuesday, on Tuesday.
But again, Yogi said, it's never over till it's over.
That's true. All right. Jasper LeCalzi from the College of Idaho in Caldwell, thanks so much.